Hey there world, welcome back to Keith's Universe. So today I'm going to revisit an older topic, and this very topic defines my position on human rights, and I feel it is very relevant today, especially considering what is going on with Black Lives Matters, and that is the topic of humanism. With that said, let's have another look at humanism and what exactly humanism means to me. As always, when discussing such concepts, philosophies, and terms, I feel it is vitally important to look at the most basic definition of such words as a start point and blueprint. So there are actually quite a few different definitions of humanism, and the main one I am concerned with is more surrounded around the philosophy of humanism, which is a variety of ethical theory and practice that emphasizes reason, scientific inquiry, and human fulfillment in the natural world, and often rejects the importance of belief in God. Now, personally, I don't view being an atheist, that is, not believing in God, to be an essential requirement in order for one to regard themselves as a humanist. It is not an atheist-only club. And yes, I am an atheist myself, and I think that both concepts work exceptionally well together. However, in saying that, I don't subscribe to this concept that you can't have one without the other. When it comes to humanism, for me, I put a lot more emphasis on the ethics concerned within the philosophy of humanism. So that brings us to the €1,000,000 question. What exactly is myHumanism? Well, myHumanism is a philosophical viewpoint that I obtain in which I believe that the needs of humanity ought to come first before all other issues. To such an extent that the needs of humanity, which ought to be fulfilled through common decency, respect, equal opportunities, equal treatment to all human beings regardless of sex, gender, sexual orientation, gender identity, race, religion, lack of religion, class, or any other grouping that may significantly define a very important part of one's personhood. To me, these issues must be of the highest importance and emphasis, which means I don't view it to be very humanist to be putting, for example, political ideologies, religious ideologies, or other spiritual ideologies as more important than the good of humanity. There is unfortunately a very significant amount of conservative religious individuals who hold the view that God must come first. And to me, that is not humanism. To be a humanist, the good of humanity must come first. This ideology of putting God first has motivated that significant amount of individuals to justify discriminating against other human beings in the name of their religion, or rather, an interpretation of their religion. And again, that's not humanism, nor is that what humanism is about. You can still be a humanist and have religious and or spiritual beliefs, but the good of humanity must be treated as the utmost importance. It is the concept of treating others as you yourself would wish to be treated. So we really need to stop for a moment and look at victims of racism, homophobia, of transphobia, misogyny, and so on. And we need to ask ourselves, how would we feel if we were in those situations? Or perhaps some of us were in some of those situations. And if that is the case, then we really need to stop and think and show some empathy to those who are in other marginalized communities. To me, another very important aspect of being a humanist is being a good ally to anyone and everyone in a discriminated and marginalized community. And being an ally starts with asking open-ended questions, listening, and trying to understand. It is my view that as humanists, we should be finding ways to work with each other, and in the process, maybe make the world a little bit more tolerable to live in. So until next time, everyone, freedom, peace, and love.